watching the New York Knicks win 114 to 98 over the Atlanta Hawks in Game 4. We're now tied 2-2 with this series. The Knicks really, this should have been a four-game sweep. This should have been the game to eliminate the Hawks. The Knicks have undercoached. They have underwhelmed, underperformed. They gave those two games away to the Hawks, playing stupid basketball, low IQ basketball. And you see that guy in the back? I've been yelling all year and last year that this man should have been given the ball. Yeah, I see you, Mr. Kender Great. Yeah, we won because they did what they were supposed to do. You see that man back there? He is the number 3 center in the game of basketball. That means he's the third best center in the entire league. Nobody can stop this man one on one if the coach has their mindset to it, and he does. Karl Anthony Towns is one of those guys. He's not a Shaq. I remember months ago, Shaq was on him at halftime after the Knicks won, telling him, "Oh, Cat, you need to just demand the ball. You need to do." Cat is not that type of a guy. And a lot of times, there's an old saying, people take your kindness for weakness. Yo, stop with the zesty, man. All right, it ain't about that. He's just a good dude. All right, he's not a Shaq. Shaq would be getting in people's faces. He'd be trying to slap people like Kobe. You remember that? You remember that? You're a Laker guy, right? All right. This is a good dude. All right, but don't take people's kindness for weakness. If you know he has the ability and the skill to dominate a team, there's no way on earth you should be not feeding this man the basketball. I've been yelling this, man. So, I'm happy. Listen, Brown was coaching for his life. Because if he lost this game and if he loses this series, he will never get another head coaching job again in the NBA. He's done. He'll be like Tibbs. Tibbs is never getting another coaching job. Brown will be right out there behind him. And again, I still stand on what I said on the last live. I don't know if I don't think we can win a championship with Brown. Just being honest, I don't know if he's smart enough of a coach to take advantage of his advantages over another team. It took him game 4 to realize no one on that entire Atlanta Hawks team can stop Cat, and that the offense needs to go through him. It took him game 4 to realize they're loading up on Brunson. Brunson has at least 2 other options that can score 20 plus points in OG and Towns. And Towns is unstoppable, man. I mean, it doesn't take a genius head coach to know that. All right? So, needless to say, I'm happy they finally got to it. Good job by the Knicks. Great win. You know, Karl Anthony Towns was just at the podium. And, for him, he's kind of like... And this is the next thing I want to say. I want to make this clear. Before Jalen Brunson was an all-star, before OG Anunoby was a solid player who borderline all-star, how deep we want to go? Before C.J. McCollum was an all-star, before Jalen Johnson was a name to be on the radar, Karl Anthony Towns was a dominant NBA player. He was an all-star caliber player. He was one of the best players in the league. The problem is he played on a bad team. But he was an excellent... Karl Anthony Towns was a top... If you were to do a fantasy draft back then, which I did, I'm a huge fantasy NBA guy, Karl Anthony Towns was usually the number 1 pick. This is how good of a player we have. The problem is we don't utilize him correctly. I love Jalen Brunson, but Jalen, this series, as a point guard play, has been atrocious. Atrocious, man. As a point guard, you need to realize when you have your advantage, you need to be able to read the game. You need to be able to make players around you better. And you can't be baited into mano-a-mano with C.J. McCollum. You can't be baited into the nonsense with the Hawks players. You can't get caught up in any of the headlines with McCollum saying, "Did I seek out Jalen?" Yes, I did. You can't get caught up in that nonsense. You got to keep your eyes on the prize, and it's about winning, man. Going forward, I think that I hope Brown now gets it. You have a guy that's a perennial all-star caliber player, top player in the league. That man behind me, that's who he is. That's who he's always been. He's just been on bad teams, all right, with bad coaches. I don't know how good Brown is, but I don't even think Brown can mess this up. As much as Brown can be a goofball with his rotations and with his decision making, even he can't mess this up. Get the ball to Carl Anthony Towns. His first playoff career triple double. I mean, you cannot say it anymore, man. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. This man was phenomenal, man. And 2 steals, a plus 16. Those are Jokic like numbers that Jokic ain't getting right now. All right? And this is on a team that only has really one big man. All right? And they're starting center. The backup center's out. The Knicks should have been playing through Carl Anthony Towns. So, again, I ain't going to say much more. I see you out there, Sago. Let's go. Respect. Peace to everybody in the chat. Listen, this win hopefully will spark the Knicks going forward. Hopefully, we'll get to begin. We'll see them start to take advantage of the advantages they have in this series. They're the better team. The Knicks are the better team. They're the more experienced team. They got better 3-point shooting. They got better center play. They just gotta play like it. They have more lengthier defenders. Like CJ McCollum should have a long guy constantly guarding him, or Mikal Bridges if he plays well. A Diawara. I mean, you throw length at CJ McCollum. You don't stick Jalen Brunson and McBride on him who are short or who he can shoot over. That should not have to be explained to an NBA coach or to even NBA fans or Knicks fans any further. Nor should it be explained any further that Cat needs to get the basketball. As a matter of fact, I'm not gonna say that on any more of these posts that I do anymore. You've heard me say it enough, guys. I've said it since last year. Look at the videos. I've said it since last year. All right, beginning of this year, throughout this year. So going forward, what I think we should see is the offense go through Cat and Brunson, sprinkling it out to the outside shooters, getting OG open looks because they're gonna have to cheat on Cat now and on Brunson, and it'll be a much easier win because keep it a buck. This win tonight should have been game 4, 4-zip. Knicks eliminate the Hawks on to the next round. That's what it should have been. The only reason it's 2-2 is because of stupidity, low IQ, inept coaching by Mike Brown, and selfish play by Brunson at times, and just a complete no shows by Bridges. Hart came out tonight, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, so he redeemed himself. Played great defense, and Bridges played a lot better. He only played 19 minutes, but he played better. But that's the only reason we're down, man. All right, and honestly, as bad as Bridges has been, I put a lot of it on the head coach. You have an obvious advantage that you refuse to use for whatever stupid reason. But now I think Towns has kind of made it clear, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Don't you ever chuck me on any game. Don't you ever not get me the basketball. Don't you ever X me out of a New York Knicks offense again. Don't ever do that. If you see Kaminga on me, you better damn well get me the basketball immediately. Let the ball go through me. I can pass. This is how. This is the last jab I'm gonna throw at Mike Brown because I'm happy tonight. He's such a stupid coach. Everybody that knows Karl Anthony Towns knows this guy is a great passer at the center position. That's what makes him a number three center in the NBA behind Jokic and behind Wemby. He passes the basketball. Get it? Get him the ball. Let the offense go through him. Give Brunson a break, man. Let Brunson play off ball so he can get his shots up, man. He can get his easier scoring opportunities. You're never gonna have the Hawks throwing two guys at him if you actually have Cat involved. That last play of the game, if they would have had Karl Anthony Towns as an inbound guy but a decoy where he rolls to the basket after he gets rid of the ball back to Hart, the Knicks win that easy. Because you got two guys draped over Brunson. All Brunson has to do is just lob it up. Karl Anthony Towns goes up for the dunk. Easy. Or rolls to the basket and he passes it. Easy, easy, easy. All right? So, I'm pretty much done. I see you, MM. WAP. I see you, my G. Yeah, let's see you play better. Listen, man. I'm happy that my team is playing better. Period. All right. It's not easy to see the obvious, and you just want your head coach to see the obvious. All right. It's not easy, man. It's frustrating. Put it this way, Mr. Kenda G. Last I remember, if I think I'm correct, you're a Lakers fan. How would you feel if, let's say, all right, Luka's the number one player. How would you feel if LeBron is not given any touches in an entire game, or if you really run plays for LeBron? How would you feel? You'd be irate. You're talking about one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball. Karl Anthony Towns is not LeBron, but on our team, he is the second best player, and in the NBA, he's the third best center in the entire league. This is how I feel. This is why I've been as adamant as I am. But again, great night for the win. Great night for the Knicks. OG again came up big, 22 points, 10 rebounds, double double. I mean, phenomenal. A steal and a block. OG, a plus 19, man. Just phenomenal play. Jalen, although he shot bad, played a solid game. 19 points, hit 3 out of 7 from 3-point range. He had 6 turnovers, which is bad, and 3 assists. I want more out of my point guard. But again, tonight it was all about Karl Anthony Towns facilitating and getting the ball to the other players, man. Deuce again, 23 points, 23 minutes, 11 points. 3 of 6 from 3-point range. I think it's fair to say Deuce has got to get heavy minutes in this game going forward, period. And that to go without that goes without saying, man. All right, if it's at the sacrifice of Bridges getting minutes, so be it. But Deuce has got to be in it. Deuce is clutch. I trust Deuce. I trust Deuce. Period. Period. And if you guys watched that game, you heard I told you guys, Knicks fans travel every and anywhere. All right, we go to L.A. We go to Toronto. We go wherever we can get a ticket. So you're gonna always hear those fans. So even the role players will get a boost. You're gonna hear the deuce. It's not boo. It's deuce. So you're gonna hear that in Atlanta. All right. And if we advance, which we will, you're gonna hear that. Wherever we play next. All right. So great game by Deuce. 11 points. Mitch. He played 15 minutes. I want him playing more. But again, 6 points, 8 rebounds, 8 rebounds in 6 minutes. Incredible, man. 5 offensive rebounds. And again, this was, again, another one of the things that drove me crazy with Mike Brown. Mitchell Robinson has dominated traditionally, has dominated the Atlanta Hawks. But not just them. A ton of other teams. He's a difference maker. He is a series changer. He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the entire NBA. That means he creates second chance opportunities, second possessions. In the playoffs, that stuff is huge. You do not give him 11 minutes. You do not bench Mitchell Robinson. You do not be scared into benching him because of a hacker Mitch philosophy, or you don't do that. Anybody that they've ever done that with, it traditionally does not work. You didn't see the Lakers try to hack a Ben Wallace when the Lakers played Ben Wallace a couple of years in the 2004 finals. You're gonna be in a penalty. You gotta play your guys. You gotta play who got you there. You gotta play to your advantages. Mitchell Robinson is a difference maker. Note hello. Note to the brain of Mike Brown. Don't you ever bench Mitchell Robinson again. Don't you ever play this guy 11 minutes a game. That alone is a fireable offense. Going into the series, Mitchell Robinson, what was the difference? It was the difference maker. The Hawks team said it. The coach said it. Idiot, why you benching him? I mean, don't get me started on Mike Brown, man. Tonight is a night that we're gonna talk. We're gonna celebrate to a degree. We should have swept the series, but to a degree, they tie it up. They go back home. I mean, on paper, the Knicks should win it 4 games to 2. It may go 7 because of their stupidity, the stupidity of the coach, and the selfishness of the players, and the no-show of Mikal Bridges. But we will see. Other than that, also great win, absolutely great win by the Orlando Magic over the number 1 seed Detroit Pistons. The Pistons all year long, they've been the talk of the NBA, the East, and I've always said this, man. I've said this. The Pistons are a one-man team. Cade Cunningham is a brilliant player. He should be, to me, he should be third or number 2 in the MVP voting. He's been phenomenal. Phenomenal player. But again, he's one guy. I'm old enough to have seen Michael Jordan as a rookie and coming up. And those early Jordan teams where Jordan was just incredible, they didn't win until Jordan realized he had teammates and then started to have other guys that could score the basketball on a consistent level. Like a Scottie Pippen, a Horace Grant, these type of guys, and open shooters. The problem with the Detroit Pistons is for Cade, if you can put pressure on him, trap him, play him tight, and your team has options, which the Orlando Magic have, it's going to be very, very tough. It's going to be very tough going ahead. Not smooth sailing. And again, for the Magic, a phenomenal game. Phenomenal. Phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. I mean, hats off to the Orlando Magic and that team for their victory. 113-105 over the Detroit Pistons, man. And how about that? Pablo Banchero was killed by a lot of these NBA players. Gil Arena, a lot of these guys destroyed this guy. He nearly had a triple double tonight. 25 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists at the power forward position, man. Phenomenal. Franz Wagner coming back from injury, in the regular season playing well in this postseason, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Wendell Carter Jr., and this is really the difference in the series. Wendell Carter Jr., 14 points, 17 rebounds, and a block. Completely outplays Jalen Jalen Duren, who was an all-star, NBA all-star. 8 points, 3 of 10 from the field at center is horrible. 9 rebounds. He had 5 blocks, but again, not good numbers that you want from your center. 3 of 10. I mean, just bad stats. You want Jalen Duren getting an averaging double doubles and giving you more than just 8 points a game, man. So again, great game by the Magic. Desmond Bain, who's the veteran, And a guy that has done it in the playoffs time and time again, 25 points, shot 509 of 18 from the field for 50%, 7 of 9 from three. An awesome performance by the Orlando Magic. The entire starting five were all in double figures. So again, great game for them. Great game for them. Congratulations to them. Now the Detroit Pistons are down 2-1 in this series. So we'll see if they responded like we did. They're a great team, so they should. And last but not least, OKC 121-109 over the Suns. This series has been, yo man, I keep it 100. This series has been very entertaining, man. It really has, man. Watching these guys play, watching the sound bites from Dylan Brooks and from Devin Booker talking about the NBA becoming the WWE. These refs giving the game over to OKC and letting and Dylan Brooks calling Shea Alexander frail and saying these guys be flopping and calling out the refs. Listen, the NBA is mad corrupt. If you've watched the NBA as long as I have, you know that it's corrupt. It just is. The NBA favors the cash cows. There are certain teams that they'll want to win, so they're gonna get all the calls. Listen, I lived through the Jordan era. Jordan would sneeze and get a foul. You couldn't even breathe on Mike. Bad enough he was already the greatest player to live. Now you couldn't even touch him, and he get a foul call. So I've lived through all of that. So it's funny to see that, but then I like to see players. I like to see players step up and say, "All right, you talking that crap? Now I'm gonna come. Now I'm gonna show you what it's about." And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the reigning MVP, he had 42 points. He shot 15 of 18 from the field. That is for yo. That's an outrageous number, man. I mean, 11 of 12 from the free throw line. I mean, just 90%, eight assists. I mean, just phenomenal game by Shea, man, and a steal. So, congrats to the OKC Thunder. They're up 3-0 now, 121-109 over Phoenix, and they should bring that series to a close. So tonight, that's it. Happy recap. Knicks win. Knicks win 114-98 over the Hawks. The man behind me is the reason why. And hopefully going forward, this coach it never becomes brain dead again and exits this guy out of the offense. The offense is to run through him until further notice. We need Atlanta to react to that, and then we go back to what we did. But for the time being, I want it going through Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen. With a lot of it going through Karl Anthony Towns. There's no answer for him, all right? And also, it's a happy night, man. Yankees have won, 8 in a row? Swept the Red Sox. That's always great. Beating up on the Astros. That's always great. So, it's been great, man. Nice draft picks by the Giants. Giants picking up Fields at wide receiver. A great pick. Great pickup, man. Trading up to get him. So, I'm loving what my football team is doing. I'm loving what my baseball team is doing. And I'm happy to be tied again, 2-2. All right, so thank you guys for joining me this live. This is a quick live. I just want to just share this victory with you guys out there. It's been a good NBA playoffs. Listen, NBA, these players don't need help. I do agree with Dylan Brooks and with Devin Booker. These players don't need help. Enough with the nonsense calls. If you're gonna call fouls for one side, call it for the other. Let it be fair. Let the players determine the outcome of these games. All right, and that's it, man. Congratulations, New York Knicks. Let's keep it going. Let's win the next game at the Garden and then close these guys out in Atlanta and move on to the next round. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. Elo from FanPro signing out.